It's 5 o'clock on this Wednesday evening, October 28th, 2020. It's time now for the Peter Channel 5 o'clock news on this Wednesday evening, October 28th, 2020. 5 o'clock in Norton, Massachusetts, and the Norton temperature is standing at 53 degrees. Top stories on the Peter Channel 5 o'clock news on this Wednesday evening is CNN poll says Biden continues to hold nationwide advantage in the final days of 2020 race. Ex-DHS official Miles Taylor reveals himself as the nominee who wrote critical of Trump. Eyes on Bert's SCOTUS looks at North Carolina vote and appeal. Days before election, tech CEOs defend themselves from GOP censorship. Twitter CEO Dorsey first by quiz on restriction Hunter Biden stories. Who the hell elected you? Trump to return to Michigan party for Oakland County rally. President Trump said Philadelphia police shouldn't prevent the rioting comes from group Joe Biden supports. Zeta strengthens to carry a Category 2 hurricane. Landfall just hours away. Dr. Anthony Fauci says the U.S. is in a bad position as daily coronavirus cases hit record highs. Wisconsin reports record number of COVID-19 deaths, hospitalizations. France and Germany announced partial lockdowns. Charlie Hebdo cartoon mocking Turkish leader Erdogan sparks fear. Philippine police chief killed by rooster while breaking up a cockfight. Pelosi Jones strike as protest against abortion will expand. North Korea state media delivered a veiled criticism in the United States in an article on the situation of Venezuela after the United States spread to destroy any Iranian missiles shipped there. China condemns COVID-19 blame game during BRICS forum. More than a dozen candidates vie for presidency and Tuesday election. North Korea media declares obsolete practice after mass games. The Trump administration and the Israeli government agreed Wednesday to expand research agreement into West Bank settlement and remove territorial limitations. More than 7,000 jobs due to pandemic and 737 MAX crisis. Air Force announces new cyberspace munitions test at facilities at Eglin Air Force Base. The Dow Jones Industrial Average lost more than 9 points on Wednesday as investors continue to further over bad news around the spread of the coronavirus. Looking at the stocks today, down 43.24 at 26,590.95, S&P 500 190.65 at 3271.03, and Nasdaq 10 26.48 at 11,004.87. The Trump administration on Wednesday eliminated federal protections for an open Alaska's Tongass National Forest, the largest old growth forest in the United States, logging a number of business operations. Shikong police arrest driver with gun, body armor, and born assorted drugs. Biden said become the first black female chief of state Supreme Court. Rentham hit by political sign leaves the police. Chief threatens Corpus will walk to shame. Incumbent Jay Barrows faces challenge from hometown candidate Brendan Roach. Foxborough troopers from the local state police barracks arrested a man who allegedly drove a car into a woman during a massive disputed breakdown Atlanta Interstate 95 in Kenton on Tuesday night. The 125th Boston Marathon will be postponed until at least the fall 2020 when the Boston Athletic Association announced Wednesday afternoon. Former Hingham Police Chief Glenn Olson had to dispatch a change of log entry because the person named was the son of a select board member. Change is needed in youth hockey after COVID-19, cluster Governor Charlie Baker said. Wall Street sinks 3% down at late July lows as pandemic surges. VIX expects the highest end June with economy threat going. Where Blue Moon will quickly rise on Halloween 2020, here's what it means. Studying craters on asteroid Bennu shows how long it had been orbiting Europe. Juno mission observes spikes and density in Jupiter's atmosphere. ExxonMobil reports first food of the season. People are still having a skip tap. Some COVID-19 antibodies attack the body and not the virus, study said. And young adults are less likely to wear masks and take other measures against COVID-19 CD survey 5. Peter Jones resigned. 5:04. Time now for sports report. Justin MLE and launch investigation of Justin Turner's post-game actions. Peter Jones resigned 5 minutes after 5 on this Wednesday evening. Time now for Peter Channel Traffic Transit check. Beep! MBTA Fitchburg line trains will experience significant delays near Kendall Green to a police sector and right away trains will be hold as they approach the area and will be sent as needed. Greenwich line train 086-347 p.m. from Greenwich is operating 50 minutes past between Quincy Center and Staff Station due to such issue. Kingston train 048, 4:02 p.m. from Kingston is operating 50 minutes past between Braintree and Staff Station due to switch issue. And Kingston Plymouth line train 043, 4:20 p.m. from Staff Station is operating 10 minutes past between JFK US and Kingston due to a switch issue. November Record line train 113, 3:30 p.m. from North Station is operating 10 minutes past between Beverly and Manchester due to train traffic. And the ferries, they are looking good. Okay, let's take a look at the highways and byways in New England on this. Wednesday evening. 95 in the southbound side, a little bit slow around the Providence area on both ends. 146 the northbound side, so it says around North Smithfield Island. 295 in the northbound side, so Johnson Stretch. 24 southbound so between 495 and the 44 in the Raynham Taunton area. 93, 24 southbound sort to 128 in Canton. 128 at northbound side sort between Braintree split down to 24 in the Randolph Canton area. 3 in the southbound side sort of Braintree split between the expressway down to the Union Street exit. 7 expressway at the northbound side, a little bit slow around the Dorchester area. Southbound side, a little bit slow between Pike down to the gas tanks. Route 1 at the northbound side, so the Charlestown Stretch, 128 on the northbound side, so between Burlington and the Reddit. 93 at the northbound side, stop go between Reddit all the way down to Andover. And 3 at the northbound side, so between the Burlington Stretch. And 3 westbound side, a little bit on the Worcester Stretch. And 185 at the northbound side, so the long stretch. 128 southbound side, looks on the Peabody Stretch. 290 westbound side, a little bit on the Worcester Stretch, and Western Mass highways are looking good. 84 eastbound side, so Denver, Connecticut, and Route 8 on the northbound side, a little bit so on Trumbull, Connecticut, and 95 on the northbound side, so between Fairfield down in Bridgeport, Connecticut, and up in northern New England. 93 at the northbound side, so Londonderry, New Hampshire, and up in northern New England. Maine highways are looking good, and Vermont highways are looking good, except in 89 southbound side, a little bit so on upstate. Peter Jones' time is 5:07. It's time now for a weather report. The latest on Zeta. It's now latest on Zeta. It's 110 miles per hour winds, category 2 storm, minimum set pressure 970 millibars, 29.2 to the north, 9.6 to the west, movement northeast at 24 miles an hour, and a light threatening storm surge is beginning along portions of the northern Gulf Coast with ice Indonesia expected to occur sometime between Portion, Louisiana, and Dauphin Island, Alabama, especially along the Mississippi coast. And over topping of local non-federal levee systems is possible within the southeastern Louisiana side of hurricane and storm damage risk reduction system. Extremely dangerous hurricane conditions are spread across portions of the hurricane warning area along the southeastern Louisiana coast and will spread to the Mississippi coast this evening, and tropical storm conditions will spread in the portions of the tropical warning area along the Alabama and the far western part of Panhandle and coast in the next few hours. And strong damaging wind gusts will cause tree damage and power to spread and well across portions of southeastern Mississippi, Alabama, and northern Georgia, and the Carolinas and southeast Virginia tonight and Thursday due to Zeta's cross-forward speed and wind gusts could be especially severe across the southern Appalachian Mountains on Thursday. And Thursday, heavy rainfall expected from portions of the central U.S. Gulf Coast and the mid-Mississippi Valley, Ohio Valley, and the southern and central Appalachians and mid-Atlantic states near the events of Zeta, and this rainfall will lead to flash, urban, small stream, and minor river flooding. Close to home, it was a cold, dreary, and a raw day in store that we have in New England, as we've seen some rain showers done around Pittsburgh and then around there, and Maynard, and raining around Waltham and Lexington, Massachusetts. And raining from northern Bristol and Plymouth County and all the way down to the South Shore. Okay. Weak high pressure builds over the southern New England tonight. This will bring clear skies, light winds during the night, and the rain intensity will bring the soaking rain, sharp rain Thursday night to Friday morning, with rain changing to snow late Thursday night before ending across the interior, especially in the hills and Yeah, this minor system for dry and +3 and cold weather follows later Friday. Yeah, high pressure returns this weekend with dry but chilly weather. Saturday followed by moderate conditions. Sunday below normal temperatures within dry weather early next week. And short wave slowly moved across the region today, supported a coastal low past the south of New England. This generated rain drizzle for much of the day and moving off the eastern on the mid afternoon. Expected weak high pressure move across over New England, bringing brief substitutes and drying clean with first. Guys, light wind dew points lower, the upper 30s and northern Massachusetts and the 40s by the early morning into the main areas, and expect minimum temperatures of the similar range. And remember, the sea will move up overnight, and this will cause overrunning in the mid-Atlantic states that result in the mid and high clouds will reach southern New England towards morning. Okay, forecast will go like this. Will be mostly clouds covered tonight, low 41 degrees, like west wind. Thursday, rain mainly after 2 p.m. There's a fog after 2 p.m., high 49 degrees, and calm wind, anticipation is 8%. New Brisbane between 8 and 40 days, possible for Thursday night. Rain areas of fog low at 34 degrees, northeast of about 15 mile an hour, gust size 20 miles an hour, anticipation 9%. New Brisbane between 3/4 1 inch, possible for Friday. Rain May before noon, areas of fog before 1 p.m. at 41 degrees, north of about 13 to 17 mile an hour, anticipation is 100%. New Brisbane between 3/4 inch, possible for Friday night. Partly clouds cover at 25 degrees, and north of about 3 to 7 mile an hour for Saturday. South sky about 47 degrees, north of about 5 mile an hour, coming in the afternoon. Sorry, mostly clouds 2 degrees, calm wind for Sunday. Check the showers after 11 a.m. Mostly clouds but 58 degrees on light south wind increase at 5 to 10 mile an hour in morning with good size 20 mile an hour. Anticipated 50%. Sunday night, check the showers before midnight. And mostly clouds got 35 degrees. Southwest about 9 mile an hour coming west after midnight. Anticipated 30%. Monday, mostly clouds got 44, low 25 degrees. West wind about 8 to 15 mile an hour for Tuesday. South sky about 51, low 30 degrees. West wind about 3 to 11 mile an hour. And for Wednesday, south sky about 55 degrees. Light southwest wind increase to 5 to 9 mile in the morning. Right now, not minutes overcast at 53 degrees. That's going to be for the Peter Chill. 5 o'clock news on this. Wednesday evening up to 28, 2029. Peter J. Wednesday. Yeah, good evening, goodbye. Stay safe, be healthy, be well. We'll see you at 10 o'clock for a 10 o'clock report. We have a good evening.